Hello, I'm EnterElysium and welcome to our news. Today we're going to be talking about a fraudulent DMCA takedown claim against AngryJoe by another YouTuber. So, firstly, I'm going to just say the format is slightly different. There is no camera today, it's just me talking to a microphone because of two reasons. Firstly, this is going to play out a lot on Twitter and I want to throw up a lot of images and stuff. Secondly, because I haven't shaved, because I wasn't expecting to make a video, and I basically have what seems to be an unkept hedge growing from my face. So, should we get straight into it? Right, so BroTeamPill, another YouTuber, has this reaction to seeing his logo in the background of an AngryJoe video. He did not authorize use of his trademark logo, and then he tells Joe to take it down. Now, he proceeds to apparently email Joe at the same time, and 5 hours later, he goes, "Welp," and takes down the video using the DMCA system built into YouTube. AngryJoe finds out, and, well, things start to blow up. Now, it has to be said that I believe he emails Joe just shy of 7 PM on a Friday. Now, just for a start, I think most people probably listening recognize the fact that you can't really expect, a business, and YouTubers are businesses, they are people as businesses. I'm just going to make that blatantly clear. It's the best way forward, is transparency in all facts and regards. YouTubers, you can't expect them to reply at all times a day. They're meant to have social lives. Let me just, alter that. They're meant to have social lives. So especially on a Friday night at 7 PM, you can't really expect a reply. Now, BroTeam alleges that he gave fair warning and plenty of time to reply to the email. He gave 5 hours, so that's from 7 PM to midnight on a Friday. I'll be perfectly honest, I don't expect most people to reply to my emails at that time. Emails are not an instant communication device. The image in the background seems to be this divide in gaming culture. Now, the video that was taken down of Joe's was his top 10 gaming controversies of 2014. And of course, the top controversy was Gamergate. And the image in the background is a meme that he found on the internet. And this meme has loads of different logos placed on either side. And it's like, this is the divide in gaming culture and it's a war. And BroTeam is slightly on the Gamergate side according to the meme. His logo is, of course, half obscured, it's low resolution, it's featured amongst a load of other ones. However, the main issue BroTeam seems to have is the fact that his logo was included in the first place. Now, partly it's in a meme that's, that's what Joe is using, not exactly the logo per se specifically, he didn't cherry pick it. And the piece itself would be not financially disadvantaged by removing it, which means that it isn't an important part. If we actually go and have a look at a t-shirt that BroTeam is selling in his store, you'll see it's got the Twitter logo, and it's based off a reference to Twitter. As Mundane Matt points out, this is a fraudulent use of copyright and, would be eligible for DMCA takedown, yet BroTeam doesn't seem to care. This is a different matter, so let's just point out why this is not allowed. This is against, the copyright. This is because it plays off entirely of the branding of Twitter. It would be financially disadvantaged majorly by the removal of, the Twitter logo. It wouldn't have the reference to Twitter. It would lose a lot of its value. And this is why that is different, okay? So, it seems that BroTeam is particularly annoyed because he's being claimed as a Gamergater, and he doesn't want to have anything to do with Gamergate, apparently. However, if we look at 4 days ago, he offers to one of the figureheads of Gamergate to appear in his book on Gamergate. And, looking at tweets between these guys, they do seem to be fairly close in the last couple of months, on Twitter at least. So that does seem to indicate, at least from a layman's point of view, from someone standing outside the situation, that there is an association there. So I don't think that's a completely disingenuous usage. And, BroTeam repeatedly, by the way, claims that it's annoying and it's unfair and it's unprofessional, etc., that AngryJoe is talking about this over Twitter. Now, I will point out that often the only way to really get a response to people and companies, and again, YouTubers are companies, about false DMCA claims is to call them out on Twitter. I myself have had, multiple strikes that have got removed, and often the only way to get them removed is to complain about them over Twitter. BroTeam complains about it because he doesn't like the negative publicity. He says that the AngryJoe is trying to sick his army of followers on him. However, when you're making a public action as a company and as a YouTubers are companies, I'm going to have to repeat this repeatedly because some people are going to find it a bit difficult to understand. It's an odd point of view that one person is also a company, but there we go. As a company, when you take a public action, your public action has public consequences. In this case, taking down a video that was public is going to have the public consequence. Now, you could make an argument, it's a bit unfair that Joe is going to this length to complain about it on Twitter. However, considering the fact that one of his videos is taken down, he's not a high-volume video person, he's, you know, a few very well-edited videos, and it does have a major impact on him, and it has a major impact on people wanting to see his videos, I think it's, you know, fair enough, although I can see the argument for maybe it's a little bit overboard. And he complains that he is using his art in the video without permission. So I think his main complaint is about the logo. So Joe offers to put a annotation disclaimer, and they finally agree that putting an annotation disclaimer in, you know, saying that, you know, people in the meme don't necessarily promote or represent either side of this debate is fine. I will point out, however, though, that again, this isn't necessary. And again, this would more sort of be, I think it would be slander or something, or it's inappropriate uses of trademarks. It's not the DMCA. The DMCA has done completely different. This has no bearing. And, you know, Joe calls him out on saying, you know, it's a fraudulent claim, which it is. Now, there is a very important part. Okay? Now, neither Joe nor BroTeam really picks this up, and of course BroTeam wouldn't because it goes counter to his point, but Joe doesn't mention it, and this is that trademarks and copyright are two very separate things. Now, a copyright is something you would have on, say, something you created in terms of like a musical piece, etc. Copyrights are to prevent, you know, someone copying it, you know, and then claiming money on it. Trademarks are the public perception. They are the embodiment of you as a business. So your name as a business can be trademarked, and your logo is trademarked. They are not subject to copyright law. Okay, they're very different things, and it's hard to understand, but they are very different things. Trademarks cannot be, you know, gone after using the DMCA because the DMCA is the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Okay, copyright's completely different to trademarks in, you know, that regard. And we have case law on this. I did a quick Google, and I am not a lawyer, but I found case law on page one of Google, saying that someone tried to sue for, you know, the usage of a trademark under the DMCA or whatever, and the court just turned around and went, yeah, this isn't copyright, this is trademark law. You can't use the DMCA to take down something relating to a trademark. Now, the reason here is, you know, under the DMCA you have fair usage, etc., and this meme is fair usage. The usage of, you know, all that stuff in the background is fair usage. But if BroTeam wants to complain about the fact that his, you know, trademark seems to be somehow sort of associated with promoting Gamergate, or somehow that he is pro-Gamergate, you can't do that under the DMCA. And there's a very good reason for that, in the fact that the DMCA is meant to be used as sort of a get rid of all the obvious copyright infringements, so people uploading music again and, you know, infringing on people's music rights. Trademarks, like when you allegedly might be promoting something, that's more annoyance than that needs a court to figure out. And this is why trademark law is separate to copyright law in this regard. I cannot emphasize enough that this is a completely fraudulent takedown. The DMCA is not meant to be used against trademarks. Also, the usage of that meme is fair use. Again, the DMCA cannot be used to take down fair use. The DMCA is not designed to be done like this. And this goes on top of the fact that he didn't give Joe enough warning. He gave him 5 hours out of business hours on a Friday evening. BroTeam did not create the meme, so it's not, you know, a DMCA takedown on the meme. BroTeam does not, you know, recognize the meme. And when it first seems the meme in August of last year, he's like, oh, I don't know what this is about. I don't know these people. Why am I in a war? Again, that means that the meme is not his. He did not create the meme. It's not his art, in inverted commas. And so, he can't be claiming on the DMCA for that. He's claiming for the logo, and he repeatedly states he's claiming for the logo. The load mark is trademarked. And I think what really bites me here is that often we as YouTubers are subject to, you know, the DMCA being used badly against us. And often, you know, this is the case. You'll see a lot of YouTubers complaining about how big companies are misusing it or blanket claiming it. This is a targeted claim using the DMCA that is entirely fraudulent. Entirely fraudulent. Based on several reasons. You know, firstly, the meme is fair use. Secondly, you know, if he was being really fair, he would have given Joe, you know, time to respond. He didn't, and then he claims he did, and he's trying to claim that, oh, you know, I gave him fair time. That's not fair time. It was out of business hours. It was on a Friday night. Joe said he was playing board games. I have no reason to disbelieve that. It was at 7 PM till midnight. He gave him time to respond. Really? And worst of all, the fact that, you know, the DMCA does not cover logos. And it's a fraudulent use of the DMCA by a YouTuber who should know better. We often get this as YouTubers claimed against us. I would like to see at least some empathy from YouTubers in regards to, you know, they're often used against them. At least they can understand using it against someone else. I've been EnterElysium. If you enjoyed today's IRL news, and I'm sorry that the format is somewhat different than I like, and if you're not subscribed, well, please consider subscribing so you can see more me complaining about people using the DMCA incorrectly, because it happens way too frequently. Yeah. Hopefully this will be the last time we hear of this. Oh, and, you know, we could have a claim against my channel now in this video because I saw his logo in the background of the meme. Again, like I said, the DMCA does not deal with trademark law. It deals with copyright law. This is fair use. This is a fair use of the meme. Logos, not subject to copyright law. Subject to trademark law. I've been EnterElysium. Stay shiny.